Lately, we have seen a lot of relationships ending in divorce. It will be great if everyone could make things work, right? But unfortunately, divorce is a real part of life and things happen when you lack. So just in case there's an issue, people need to be prepared. So we have a few things to put you up on just so you know what to expect when it comes to divorce. If you're getting a divorce, be prepared. And to know if divorce or breakup might be a possibility, just think about whether or not there is something that has happened in your relationship that you can't get over. You try to forgive but you can't, and so it stays on your mind or comes up every time there is an issue. I mean, first it's you left the top off the jelly. Then it's you probably still effing that bitch. If you're going through something like that or are holding on to things, divorce or breakup is a very real possibility. So I just want you to be prepared. Because I wasn't. 1. Your kids will be affected. And that will manifest in different ways. And if you have none, possibly even just your mental health will be affected. We've seen this now with Love and Marriage Huntsville stars Martell Holt and Melody Rogers, where they are constantly bickering. Still arguing after 3 years and even in custody battles ever so often. That has an effect on the children, especially with having to be shifted from one house to another from week to week. 2. The person who spends the most time with the child is going to file a case for child support. The thing about child support is that it's awarded based on the non-custodial parent's gross income. Not the net, not what you actually bring home after taxes, but on your gross, and that's something that even my current husband, who is not on child support, has even expressed is unfair. Which it probably is when you think about it. 3. If it's the mother who files the case for child support, the father is going to deny paternity. I've seen this happen with every single woman that has filed child support. No, the relationship is bad if you have to go to court for support, so expect him to take it all the way by saying the baby isn't his, even if he knows for sure. I've only seen a few men get child support, but how can a woman deny a child, right? But we have seen this denial from the men countlessly. There was Stevie J. There was Kirk Frost for 2 babies. We've seen this with Safari Samuels. Martell Holt claims a baby that was a B by Melody wasn't his. And so many other different people, even my own divorce, honey, I'm gonna tell you flat out. 4. You will have arguments and find it impossible to communicate. This is because people usually don't see their own faults. They only see the wrongdoings of the other person involved. We're seeing this happen right now with Bambi and Scrappy from Love and Hip Hop. Right now we're still seeing it happen with Martell Holt and Melody Rogers. We've seen it happen with Sierra Gates and Eric. And definitely the cringy Safari Samuels and Eric Amina. I'm not saying everybody goes through what their friends do, but as you are, so is your environment. But we've seen it happen over and over and over again. You will not be able to communicate, and so you're gonna have unnecessary arguments. 5. If the ex enters a new relationship immediately, that can cause problems because they will pillow talk with the next person about you. These conversations almost always make them look good and make you look bad. Now we have seen this happen with Mr. and Mrs. La Truth aka Robert and Brianna Hampton aka Ms. Brianna, where people are calling CPS and DCFS for no reason. What's worse is I have my own example of when this happened to me after my divorce. And this is probably one of my most important reasons for doing this video. So here's a little story. I got married at 19 and for 15 years I was in a toxic marriage where I cheated for more than half the time. My ex-husband did all types of things that I still do not bash him for. But anyway, he had a well-deserved mistress before we separated. I found out, and on that day it was over. Not because I found out, but because it was over. He exits my home and immediately enters a relationship with her. I thought if I let things go and bow out gracefully, things would be peaceful. But his then mistress, now wife, called CPS and DCFS to my house for absolutely no reason other than trying to avoid child support by taking my autistic children away from me. Which is truly awkward now because they've only seen them twice in the last 11 years. But that's a whole different story. This was just an example of the things a stupid bitch or dumb MF will do when they get with your ex or get with someone new after you. They will put their minds together to do hateful things to you. Then when it backfires, they will play the victim. Go on a whole smear campaign even. So just keep pushing. Moving on. Last but not least, you might want to start dating again. You may even want to marry again. That will take some good decisions on childcare and when and how to introduce someone to your children. Please don't bring someone new into a situation where there is chaos and drama. They will probably opt out and go for something more fun and productive. I'm on marriage number 2, so pray for me and I'll do the same for you. Pay attention to everyone, including yourself. Stay positive and remember that all it takes is light for you to see things in the dark. So flip the switch. Alert! On our radar is Jock and Kendra. The marriage seemed so troubled from the get-go. We want them to work out and we are wishing for the best. But from what we see, it does not look good. I mean, it just seems like they should have broken up instead of getting married. But only time will tell. For more videos like this one, please don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, and hit the notification bell for your bells.